Hey guys, can you see that? I don't know. Tom here, Uhles basement. See? We'll give you the Wes and I'll give you the full tour one of these days. I am here with our Alec Bradley rep, and so for the rest of the video, you won't see this face. Lucky you guys.
What's going on, guys? My name is Jonathan Walsh. I'm the territory manager for the Midwest for Alec Bradley, and I'm here to talk to you about a couple releases that we have that just came this year and an upcoming release we have coming out. First, I want to talk to you a little bit about the Sanctum. It was released just prior to IPCPR this year in June. It's mild to medium body, builds to a medium body cigar, Honduran Corojo wrapper, Costa Rican binder, Honduran, Nicaraguan, and Colombian fillers. It's a very tasty smoke, a lot of sweetness and tobacco, fresh tobacco off the light. Spice builds in, the body builds in, ends up being a really nice, solid, medium body, full flavored smoke. It's been selling very well throughout the territory. Next, I'm going to tell you about an exciting release for us that came just on the heels of IPCPR this year, and that's Tempest Nicaragua. Tempest has a special place in our hearts at Alec Bradley. It's one of our highest rated cigars at 94 in the Tempest, and with Nicaraguan tobacco being so popular by many people right now, a lot of people enjoy smoking Nicaraguan tobaccos. We decided let's take that traditional Tempest blend, let's utilize a Nicaraguan binder, Nicaraguan wrapper on it, and what we got was an unbelievably fantastic, extremely complex medium to full body smoke in the Tempest Nicaraguan. Just released about a month and a half ago, and it's been flying. Love this cigar.
And the price point. You said that you appreciated the price point that was going on.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, what we did is on the release of this Tempest Nicaragua, we actually took the opportunity to redo the packaging on the original Tempest and the Tempest Maduro. And what we did is we also dropped the price point down. So you're going to be able to pick the cigar up for anywhere from like 7 to 9.5 from the Robusto up to the Gordo. So it's new packaging, new price point, fantastic smoke. And then lastly, just going to give you a little pitch on the Alec Bradley post-embargo, which is not something you've probably seen around very much. You're just starting to see it pop up on our social media. It was something that we first introduced at IPCPR this year. It has not released yet. It will be coming out this last quarter of 2015. As you can see, it's a box press smoke, medium bodied, full flavored, using a Honduran wrapper, Honduran Nicaraguan fillers. Extremely flavorful cigar, blended to be the imagining of what would cigars taste like after the embargo has been lifted. Nicaraguan, Honduran, Dominican cigars are smoking so good right now that brings a lot of people to question, what is it that makes a Cuban cigar a Cuban cigar? Why is it so good? And personally, being able to smoke just about everything and having that opportunity, I could say easily that Nicaragua, Honduras, Dominican Republic are I believe well ahead on flavor and definitely ahead on quality, construction, and smokability than its Cuban counterpart on things. And this blend was created to kind of show where we would be at had the embargo never happened. Had the embargo was lifted, what are cigars going to start to taste like once that Cuban market is kind of introduced back into the mix. So I hope I said a few interesting things.
I'm going to keep you going for a second.
Yeah, what do you got?
How long does it go into take? Okay, so we got 3 different here, and we reworked this one, and then this is yet to be released. How much work goes into perfecting it so it goes from a good cigar to, yes, I want to smoke this cigar?
Oh, the process itself is lengthy, and that's just intrinsically to the way a cigar is built and works. From what we blend at the factory to what you eventually smoke, buying in a store and smoking at your home or at your local cigar store. The reason being is it's just intrinsic to the growing nature of tobacco, where when you blend a cigar that's fresh off the table using tobacco is not going to taste usually like it does a month from then or 3 months from then, because it takes time. It's the process of having ammonia be released from those leaves that's going to give you that bitter taste. So with time, you're going to get that ammonia coming out of cigars that's going to make them smoother. You have nicotine from the leaves degrading over time. That's going to take away from some body. So this is cigars are a constantly evolving, changing product once they're rolled. The problem with rolling something on a table and then smoking it is it's impossible to know what that cigar is going to taste like by the time it gets to you. So that takes time, that takes aging, and so it's not like something where you like a picture where you draw it up and you look at it and it's the way it is and you like it or you don't. This is something where it would be like if you did a drawing and then you have to wait 3 months to see how it develops. It's more like developing a photograph as opposed to just painting a picture, and that's where it's at. So in the process, you don't know what you're going to get until you put the time in. It's kind of like.
So for every good cigar, there is a handful or two of cigars that weren't very good.
More than that. This is a constant. This is not just a hobby. This is a lifestyle. This is something that we work very hard at, and it's not blended to what we like. So sometimes we don't blend things to what we might particularly want to be smoking. You've got to take into account what everybody enjoys, what's going to appeal to the most people, and with that being said, sometimes you have to put your own emotions, your own feelings, aside when you're getting into what you think is going to be liked by the most amount of people out there. And we always try to keep that in mind with our products. I think we do a very good job.
Yes, good selling. But all your emotions are there. You get to pick your one Alec Bradley cigar, your cigar, the one where you didn't have to set any emotions aside while tasting it. You said, yes, I can't wait to sell this cigar. What cigar is that?
So that actually has changed for me this year. And traditionally, at the beginning of this year, I would say it would be Alec Bradley Tempest. Tempest was just such an extremely complex cigar for me. Medium full body, just had so much flavor and so much going on. I was completely in love with that cigar. And then, unfortunately, I met Sanctum. And for me, Sanctum is that cigar that I could smoke at any time of the day, morning, afternoon, night. Its complexity that it goes from a mild to medium cigar that builds to a medium, finishing almost on medium plus, and the evolution of the flavor with it, starting off sweet with not a lot of pepper, and the pepper comes in and the nuttiness is introduced, and it's just such a very complex and flavorful cigar. It gets me every time. I actually had a conversation with our blender at Alec Bradley, and I said I would love to see this. I'm traditionally a more petite size smoker, and I said I would love to see this cigar in a smaller size. And that's the one thing I love about this company is he says, you know what, when I'm down the factory, I'll make it for you.
Awesome.
And next thing I know is I see, I get an email notification that I had a package delivered at my house while I was away on a trip, and I get back, I open up a package, and there it is, 40 petite Sanctums. And
that's awesome.
we've been talking back and forth on the blend, and it's just it's just one of those things where it's nice to be heard and be appreciated. And it's Ralph, our blender at Alec Bradley, and it's just so nice that he doesn't only just listen to the consumers, he listens to everybody, and he puts so much dedication and effort into every single cigar that comes out of that factory that it's like kind of like a dream job, and it's kind of like a dream unfolding to be able to be a part of that.
Awesome. How do we get to know more about your products? Where would we go?
The Alec Bradley website, www.alecbradley.com, and we're also on Twitter and on Instagram, Alec Bradley Cigars.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome. Anytime.
See you later, YouTube Pipe community.